Hey there, everyone. It's GG Sober Sun here, January 22nd, and we got a different view of the water in crystallized form. This is a rare view here in Florida to see snow falling, even, and that it accumulated on the palmetto palms is a strange thing. AA thought for the day from the 24-hour day book reading. In the beginning, you want to get sober, but you're helpless. So you turn to a power greater than yourself, and by trusting in that power, you get the strength to stop drinking. From then on, you want to keep sober, and that's a matter of re-educating your mind. After a while, you get so that you really enjoy simple, healthy, normal living. You really get a kick out of life without the artificial stimulus of alcohol. All you have to do is look around at the members of any AA group and you will see how their outlook has changed. Is my outlook on life changing? Well, I think the big book says that other people notice the change in us before we see it in ourselves. And likewise, we notice the change in others before they see it. So, it's important to keep coming back, and that word normal is relative. They say, it says, enjoy simple, healthy, normal living. That's a relative term. I've heard people say normal is the setting on a washing machine. So it's kind of a nothing word. But when I was at one point in my recovery, there was a statement that I heard several times that, if people were doing things outside of AA, and to be fair, it was usually with other AA people, like, a group of people going to a movie or something like that, that was considered normal living. And people were saying AA is a bridge to normal living. But then, of course, like anything, it got distorted and people were saying, sort of using that same statement to mean I don't need to go to AA after I'm sober, right? And that's kind of what I thought as well, that AA... the point of AA was to get me sober, get the alcohol out of my mind, give me some tools to live sober happily. But here's the thing. I didn't keep coming back, and I didn't find out what happens to people who don't keep coming back. That's the problem. That is a problem, right? And so it's really, I don't get to see also the miracles that happen in AA. I don't get to see that my experience can benefit others. I don't get that opportunity if I don't keep coming back on a regular basis, 3 to 4 meetings a week. So I don't get to see the look on the face of a newcomer who looks so helpless, their chin is dragging on the ground kind of thing, can't even look you in the eye, and you get to stick your hand out and say, it's okay, it'll get better. And be that example of what it means to live happy, joyous, and free. Be that example of what it means to speak the language of the heart, which most people outside of AA have no idea what that is. It makes them uncomfortable in some cases when you start talking about your own faults and how to overcome them or cope with them. It's so important to keep coming back. Meditation for the day. I'm not a fan of that word, always and never, I will never forget to say thank you to God, even on the grayest days. And I do. I forget. But I feel it sooner these days when I forget to thank God. My attitude will be one of humility and gratitude. Saying thank you to God is a daily practice that is absolutely necessary. If a day is not one of thankfulness, the practice has to be repeated until it becomes so. Gratitude is a necessity for those who seek to live a better life. Yes, and I'm developing habits these days that are more fruitful and identifying bad habits, categorizing them, listing them, and making them harder to deal with. They're harder to fall into, right? It's like, I talk about I was at a professional military education school that was 6 weeks long, and I found that I was watching a lot of TV, just, lounging and watching TV. So I unplugged it and turned it around in the cabinet so that if I wanted to watch it, I would have to turn it around and plug it in. And in that time, I could, maybe decide, it's not that, I can't be bothered before I even attempt to it. Just say I can't be bothered and find something else to do. That's how you start to build those new neural pathways to new habits, if I reach for something else. It's so important, and to set a reminder for, sort of a gratitude reminder, or if you have one of those watches that beep every hour, every time you hear it, because you don't probably hear it every hour, but every time you hear it, if you just thank God, for something around you, something in your life, it builds that neural pathway of gratitude. And it also keeps you out of want, right? If you're more thankful for what you have, you're not necessarily wanting something else or wanting more, right? Prayer for the day. I pray that gratitude will bring humility. I pray that humility will bring me in to live a better life. So true, y'all. Look up, aim up, rise up. Love ya.